Now there are some mathematical operators which we should know. So how many type of mathematical operators we know? I'm just writing here mathematical operators. Like we have greater than, less than, equal to, plus, minus, multiply, divide. So these are the mathematical operators normally we use in the mathematics. These are the basic operators. On the basis of these operators, we can define the data set. What are the different type of data set? The first kind of data set is called nominal scale. Nominal scale data. Right. In nominal scale data set, we define the categories like male is 1 and female is 2. Now answer me, can I say 1 is less than 2, or 2 minus 1 is equal to 1, and 2 multiply 1 is equal to 2, or 2 divided by 1 is 1 here? 2 divided by 1 is 1. So you can say that this is all meaningless. We cannot apply any of the operators in 1 and 2. So when the number represents the category, you cannot apply any of the operators. None of the operators you can apply. This concept, this scale, is known as nominal scale data set. Right. So I know that in many cases we are having a confusion. Let's say I'm showing you the confusion, some of the confusion which normally people ask me, and you have to decide on the basis of your common sense that whether we can apply the operators or not. If I say that assistant professor, right, I'm assuming that assistant professor is 1, and I represent associate professor by 2, and I say the professor by 3. Now can you tell me, can I say 1 is less than 2, or 2 is less than 3, or 2 minus 1 is equal to 1? Right. Actually, no. I'm telling you, because some say that 2 is greater than 1. No. Basically, we cannot say then 2 is greater than 1. Right? Why? Because if 2 is greater than 1 means everything should be greater than 1. This is a confusion that most of the people have in their mind, that that 1 is less than 2 here, 2 is less than 3 here. Actually, it also depends upon the objective, right? How we are treating this variable. If I treat this variable as ordinal, which is 1, 2, 3 in order, I should use this variable as a ordinal variable for some ordinal correlation, ordinal regression, or ordinal variable. So actually, this depends upon how this variable I'm taking. And most of the theory, I'm telling you, there are many theories where these kind of variables are considered as the moderating variables. Like UTAT theory, you know that in this theory, this age group, income group is considered as a moderating variable. But they are not saying that the higher age group is more than second age group. They are treating them as independent groups. They are treating all the groups as independent. So most of the variables, 99% of the time, are considered as nominal, not ordinal. Right. So there is a lot of confusion in this case. Second example I'm giving you, like income. Right. We are having 3 income group, less than 5 lakhs, and 5 to 10, and 10 to 20, and more than 20. And I'm representing them 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. I know that this more than 20 is more than 10 to 20. But I will treat this variable as a nominal, because in theory, all the groups are independent groups. They are treated as a independent groups. And when I call independent, it means all groups are totally different, and they can be considered as a categories. So when they are considered as a categories, I cannot say that 4 is greater than 3 and 3 is greater than 2. No, I cannot say. Right. So this is a problem, that when you are making the groups like age group, income group, you have to treat them as a nominal variable. You cannot say they are ordinal variable. And if you are saying they are ordinal variables, then you have to show some of the analysis where you are treating them as a ordinal variables. So this is the point in research we consider. And second type of data is ordinal scale data. Now, what is this? What is ordinal scale data then? Suppose you are going to buy the laptop and there are three options in front of you. Like you are having the HP option, you are having the Dell option, and you are having the Lenovo option. So you are having three options in front of you, and one more option I am here is Apple, but because the academic group is not a very rich group, so normally we forget Apple to buy. So here we are having the four options, and I'm asking you which is your first preference, which is your second preference, which is your third preference, which is your fourth preference. Now I'm asking you your preference. So you can say that Apple is my first preference, HP is my second preference, Dell is my third preference, and Lenovo is my fourth preference. So here I can say 1 is greater than 2, 2 means more preferred as 3, and 3 is representing the more preferred as 4. So here 1 is greater than 3, 2. 2 is greater than 3, 3 is greater than 4. Yeah. I can use the greater than and less than symbol here. Similarly, another example of ordinal variable I'm giving you is example 2 is the grades. Grades. Suppose somebody is having the distinction. Anybody who is having more than 75 is called to have distinction. Distinction is always better than the first division, and the first division is always better than the second division, and second division is always better than the third division or fail. So here this variable is considered to be the ordinal variable, and in ordinal variables we can use greater than and less than, and that is meaningful because we can apply non-parametric test, we can apply Kendall-Tau here, we can apply Spearman correlation here. So there are many statistical tests which I can apply to on these variables, right? But here I am telling you one of the most confusing thing in this word. Most confusing thing I am telling you because in the books like Ken Black, Ken Black was one of the most famous statistician, and these books say that the variables like satisfaction, the variables like quality, these variables are also ordinal variables, right? But the problem is that in recent research, if we consider satisfaction as ordinal variable, if we consider quality as ordinal variable, it means we cannot apply SEM, we cannot apply parametric test. So this is creating a lot of confusion. Actually, some of the universities I came across with this problem frequently. The university say your 5-point scale variable, so because we know that we measure quality, we measure satisfaction on a 5-point Likert scale. The professor is saying in one university, what happens in one of the university professors say you are using satisfaction on 5-point scale, and because this scale is an ordinal scale, so you cannot apply regression on it, right? Because in that study the researcher used satisfaction as a dependent variable, and there are many variables which are having the independent variable. So he bring the book where it is mentioned that the satisfaction is a ordinal scale. But the problem is that if it is true, then 90% of the studies in India are fake. Problem, right? Because everybody is applying SAM or multiple regression on the variable like satisfaction, quality. So there's a confusion actually. But thanks to many other books also where they call it interval scale, like N.K. Malhotra book, it is mentioned that it is a scale variable. So as a researcher, you should be very, very careful about these aspects. Now the third variable, the third type of data is called interval scale. Interval scale variable. Interval scale variables are used to measure the attitude. Anything which we cannot measure with the help of unit. So attitude measurement scale or perception we can measure. So when you want to measure the perception like quality, satisfaction, we normally use this interval scale. And interval scale, there are different type of interval scale like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the most popular interval scale, where 1 means strongly disagree, 2 means disagree, 3 means neutral, 4 means agree, and 5 means strongly agree. Right? This is the normal scale we use. You can also use a 7-point scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In this case, 1 means strongly disagree, disagree, somewhat disagree, neutral, somewhat agree, agree, and strongly agree. So these scales are known as interval scale, and this interval scale you can apply plus, minus, multiply, you can calculate the arithmetic mean, you can calculate each and everything. So in statistics, we take this leverage and we can apply all the operators on interval scale, no problem at all. And all the scale data set which you measured with the help of 5-point scale, 7-point scale, 6-point scale, or 9-point scale. Some people are also taking 10-point scale. So all these scales are representing the interval scale. And in the last we are having the ratio scale. And this in this ratio scale, uh, we are having the variables like price, which is measured in rupees. We are having the weight, which is measured in kg or pound, and we are having the height. So anything which is measured in the unit, height is measured in centimeter or meter. So anything which is measured in the unit, we keep in the category of ratio scale, simply, right? So these are the 4 type of scale data set we are having in the research. And now I'm showing you how to feed these kind of data set in SPSS. And recently, I was taking a course of decision science in one of the top university, and they are following this Ken Black book. So in the lecture, I told them that the quality satisfaction are basically the interval scale. And but students say, sir, it is no, sir, it is wrong. In the book, it is mentioned that this scale is a ordinal scale. So then I say that no, whatever is written in the book is wrong, and what I'm telling you is right, because this person who write the book may be a statistician, he may not be a researcher. So from research point of view, we are considering satisfaction and quality and these kind of variables as a interval scale variables, and these variables we are not considering as a ordinal scale variable. So there was a conflict. Some student complaint to the management that the faculty is teaching wrong thing. So then I put my point here there, because in practice, because everybody who did the PhD in social science considered all the variables as an interval scale. But the actual point is that there is a confusion in the market, right? So this is the point. So you should be very, very careful how to deal with this variable, and you must have some support to justify your answer. Sheet. This happens normally when you flow with the. Okay. So let me check whether you are able to find out see the screen. Yes. So I repeat, this is the gender of the variable, education background, and perception, preference of the Apple, preference of the HP, preference of the Dell, Lenovo, satisfaction, quality, monthly income, right? And this is the data view. In data view, I have the data. I will feed some of the data set more. So Madhuri, and she is a female. Education background is 3. Preference for Apple is 1, 2, 3, 4. Satisfaction level is 5. Quality is 4. Monthly income is 20,000. Right. Stress level is, so we are having these variables. So here you can see that how we can fill the different data set. And so in this way, I am showing you how to fill the data set. So let me explain. Let me tell whether you are having clarity on this or not. This is just defining of the variables like this, and in the data view, this is the hypothetical data I feed here, and I hope up to this level we are together. And the more focus which I gave during this part is on the different type of data sets. And now I am going to the analysis part, right? So let's move to the analysis part. And in analysis part, I will show you how to do the analysis on this. Okay.